Hello, my name is Faith Nashipae. I am an advocate for men and boys in gender equality. I am also an advocate of the mental health of men, and I am a mental health practitioner. All this I do under Thriving Families Kenya, and you're free to visit our website. You're free to visit our social media platforms and interact with us, and also sign up for one of our programs. Well, I am excited to be talking about fatherhood today. Fatherhood is a topic that is close to my heart because I am a daughter of a father. Unfortunately, my father passed on, but before my dad passed on, my dad was disciplined. My dad was a mentor. My dad was a role model. My dad was a spiritual leader for me. He was an intercessor, and he taught me how to love God and how to seek God. My father would call me even in my adulthood, and he would say, "My darling, I just called to find out how you're doing. I love you." Well, that tells you my father was a friend. I look around today in our society, and I keep asking myself, could it be that the challenges we are facing in our society and the moral decadence that we have today, could it be as a result of a failed parenting or maybe failed fatherhood? Could it be because fathers are absent and they are caught up in the rat race and they are not available for the role of parenting and modeling in the family? I am looking at fatherhood, and I realize that from my father, fatherhood is presence. Presence that is physical presence. And this is when the father gets to the kitchen and he's cooking with the children, and they burn food and they eat the food joyously, and they say, "Okay, we tried our best. We could have done it better, but anyway." They wake up in the morning and they try once more. Fatherhood is presence when a child walks home in the evening and they have this difficult sum and they don't know how to go about the calculus, and they can walk confidently with their books to daddy and say, "Daddy, I need help," and father is able to guide. Father is emotional presence. Father is emotional presence because the father embraces. The father affirms with an embrace and says, "It's gonna be well." Fatherhood and emotional presence is when the son is going through some very bad experience and he's taken himself through drugs and substance abuse, and daddy just comes and picks him from the gutters in his stench and drenched in alcohol, and looks at the son and says, "I am disappointed, and I am very, very angry at you. And this gives me a lot of stress and shame for my family. But you know what? You are my son, and I love you nonetheless. I will walk with you through this journey." Fatherhood is walking with a daughter who is experiencing teenage pregnancy, and he looks at the girl when the whole world has turned away from her and the boyfriend has walked away from her, and daddy in his deep love looks at the daughter and says, "I am totally disappointed in you. And yes, I would want you to walk out of this home and go get that child out there, but you're still my daughter. I love you, and I will walk this journey with you." And just with that, he sees the daughter go through pregnancy, and he sees the daughter go back to school. Fatherhood is intellectual presence. When I see men in boardrooms argue out, when I see men in parliament argue out and discuss over matters of this country, and I realize that there is so much that fatherhood can give. But that intellect is only in the marketplace. That intellect is away from the family. That intellect is never seen by the children. And therefore, fatherhood is part of allowing your child to dream on you, part of allowing your child to share their thoughts and their ideas with you, and helping them imagine and re-image life, re-image the nation, re-image, the society, and allowing them to dream beyond the walls of your house and the life that you've built for them, making them creators of greater and greatness. That is part of bringing out the greatness in your children and in your generation. Fatherhood is looking at your coding and asking yourself, am I coding well for my next generation? And doing it day after day in a small way, making small steps towards making sure that you are inculcating and coding quality in your generations to come through your children. Fatherhood is deep and fatherhood is special. Fatherhood is not just bringing money to the house and bringing food and paying school fees. And yes, thank you for every father who's doing it right. But let's go beyond providing. Let's go beyond roles and be part of the process of our children's lives. Happy Father's Day to every father. This is from Thriving Families Kenya, and this is from the bottom of my heart. God bless you.